Poldy! Entering the bedroom, he half closed his eyes and walked through warm yellow twilight towards her tousled head. Who were the letters for? He looked at them. Mullingar, Millie. A letter from me from Millie, he said carefully, and a card to you, and a letter for you. He laid her card and letter on the twill bedspread near the curve of her knees. Do you want the blind up? Letting the blind up by gentle tugs halfway, his backward eye saw her glance at the letter and took it under her pillow. That do? He asked, turning. She was reading the card, propped on her elbow. She got the things, she said. He waited till she had laid the card aside and curled herself back slowly with a snug sigh. Hurry up with that tea, she said. I'm parched. The kettle is boiling, he said, but he delayed to clear the chair. Her striped petticoat tossed soiled linen and lifted all in an armful onto the foot of the bed. As he went down the kitchen stairs, she called, Poldy! What? Scald the teapot. On the boil, sure enough, a plume of steam from the spout. He scalded and rinsed out the teapot and put in 4 full spoons of tea, tilting the kettle then to let the water flow in. Having set it to draw, he took off the kettle, crushed the pan flat on the live coals and watched the lump of butter slide and melt. While he unwrapped the kidney, the cat mewed hungrily against him. Give her too much meat, she won't, mouse. Say they won't eat pork. Kosher. Here. He let the blood-smeared paper fall to her and dropped the kidney amid the sizzling butter sauce. Pepper. He sprinkled it through his fingers ringwise from the chipped egg cup. Then he slit open his letter, glancing down the page and over. Thanks. New Tam, Mr. Coughlin, Loch Owl picnic, young student, blazes, boiling, seaside girls. The tea was drawn. He filled his own moustache cup, sham crown derby, smiling. Silly Millie's birthday gift. Only 5 she was then. No, wait, 4. I gave her the amberoid necklace she broke, putting pieces of folded brown paper in the letterbox for her. He smiled, pouring, Oh, Millie Bloom, you are my darling. You are my looking glass from 8 to morning. I'd rather have you without a farthing than Katie Kyo with her ass and guarding. Poor old Professor Goodwin, dreadful old case. Still, he was a courteous old chap. Old-fashioned way he used to bow Molly off the platform, and the little mirror in his silk hat. The night Millie brought it into the parlour. Oh, look what I found in Professor Goodwin's hat. All we laughed. Sex breaking out even then. Pert little piece she was. He prodded a fork into the kidney and slapped it over, then fitted the teapot on the tray. Its hump bumped as he took it up. Everything on it? Bread and butter, 4, sugar, spoon, her cream, yes. He carried it upstairs, his thumb hooked in the teapot handle. Nudging the door open with his knee, he carried the tray in and set it on the chair by the bedhead. What a time you wear, she said. She set the brasses jingling as she raised herself briskly, an elbow on the pillow. He looked calmly down on her bulk and between her large soft bubs, sloping within her nightdress like a she-goat's udder. The warmth of her couch body rose on the air, mingling with the fragrance of the tea she poured. A strip of torn envelope peeped from under the dimpled pillow. In the act of going, he stayed to straighten the bedspread. Who was the letter from? He asked. Bold hand. Marion. Oh, Boylan, she said. He's bringing the programme. What are you singing? Lache Durham with J.C. Doyle, she said, and Love's Old Sweet Song. Her full lips, drinking, smiled. Rather stale smell than incense leaves next day, like foul flower water. Would you like the window open a little? She doubled a slice of bread into her mouth, asking, What time is the funeral? 11, I think, he answered. I didn't see the paper. Following the pointing of her finger, he took up a leg of her soiled drawers from the bed. No? Then a twisted grey garter looped around a stocking, rumpled, shiny sole. No, that book. Other stocking, her petticoat. It must have fell down, she said. He felt here and there. Volio e non vorare. Wonder if she pronounces that right, volio. Not in the bed. Must have slid down. He stooped and lifted the valance. The book, fallen, sprawled against the bulge of the orange-keyed chamber pot. Show, here, she said. I put a mark in it. There's a word I wanted to ask you. She swallowed a draught of tea from her cup held by knot handle, and, having wiped her fingertips smartly on the blanket, began to search the text with the hairpin till she reached the word. Met him what? He asked. Here, she said. What does that mean? He leaned downward and read near her polished thumbnail. Metempsychosis. Yes, who's he when he's at home? Metempsychosis, he said, frowning. It's Greek, from the Greek. That means the transmigration of souls. Oh, rocks, she said. Tell us in plain words.